I'm Sabrina here with Slice, and today in the hot seat we have
Matt Etchemendy, owner and proprietor of the world-famous Brooklyn-born Ace's Perfect Pizza.
We are so happy that you came to PizzaCon today in Philly. So excited to have you here. Could you tell us a little bit about your story, how you guys got started in the pizza business?
Yeah, I'm a chef by trade. I've been cooking my whole life. I've always been in love with pizza. I grew up in a pizza family, I ultimately always wanted to get into pizza. So when the opportunity came, I took it. I was inspired by sort of the old Pizza Huts from the late 80s, early 90s. I grew up going there, my family taking me there, and I just really wanted something like that again, selfishly for me to go to and enjoy. So that was kind of really my inspiration behind Ace's. And then I thought matching sort of that aesthetic and that energy and that vibe with Detroit-style pizza was like the perfect marriage. So Ace's Pizza was born, and we haven't looked back. Yeah.
And I know you guys started during the pandemic.
We did, yeah.
What was the process like there? I heard from Jesse that you bought the place and it didn't go touch for a couple months. What happened there? Yeah,
so I actually signed a lease for the space in November of 19, so about four or 5 months before the pandemic started. I was getting everything together. We were just getting started with construction, and then pandemic hit, and everything just went on pause. People left the city, and my landlord was very good, and honestly, if I was opening anything else besides pizza, I probably would have got out of the lease, but I was too excited to do it. Pizza's just, I think that's something that could survive in that atmosphere, and I just wanted to do it. I was determined to get it done. So we definitely took a pause, while nobody was doing anything, working. So we got back to it closer towards the end of the year of 2020. Got to work and got open the beginning of 21, end of January 21. But we opened with no seating because it was still, still no indoor dining, and we had all these restrictions and rules. So we just opened the doors. It was time. We had to do it. So we just opened the doors, literally with no seats, no booths, no tables. We just did delivery and people walking in. Opened without a liquor license because, Ace's in Williamsburg is a full bar concept too. So opened with no bar, no tables, no chairs. Got that going for a couple months. And then things started to get open again, and it just took off. It just snowballed after that, so yeah.
Well, we're so happy that you pushed through. So January will be 5 years of your 5-year anniversary?
No, 25. Yeah, is that 5 years or is that? Oh my goodness, 5 years.
Does it feel like 5 years?
It does not.
Or 10 years or
no,
1 year?
No. It feels like less. It feels like less. It feels like we just opened the doors a couple years ago. It's been a whirlwind, but it's been awesome. I love the community, like the pizza community, the pizza world. It's been really cool and welcoming, and just the community that we've built with regulars in the neighborhood at Ace's and our restaurant neighbors. We started last summer, we started doing these collabs with local restaurants and chefs, and we did these little parties at Ace's, inspired with pizzas inspired by, the local chefs and restaurants and their ingredients and their dishes. And they just turned into these huge summer parties on Fridays, and we've built like a really great community, and I'm super excited about everything. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
How would you describe this community that you built? What's the energy like? How do you want people to feel when they walk into your shop?
Yeah, I mean, I want them to feel like they're a kid again. Well, I want adults to feel like they're a kid again, in a place they can have a drink and share, some pizza and salads and wings with friends. And at the same time, what's been so exciting and invigorating to me about Ace's is the demographic of people that comes in. It's everybody. Everybody loves Ace's. Like, it speaks to, an older generation, a younger generation. We get kids in there who love it. We have video game systems and some board games, and just, there's a lot of fun old, stuff on the walls, and it feels really cozy and welcoming. It almost feels like, like grandma's basement or something, and it takes an older generation back to a certain time, that they really appreciate, and it really speaks to a younger generation too. Everybody seems to just really connect to it, and so that's been really exciting and motivating to me. I'm happy I could sort of deliver that experience to people. So, and then pairing it with just awesome pizza, it's been great.
Sounds like a great combination.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, when they go to a pizza shop, it's magical. You walk in and you think all this was just like from nature, it just happened this way.
Right?
But a lot of people don't realize how much truly goes into creating a place, creating an environment like you did.
Yeah.
Personally, what has been the biggest sacrifice for you in making your dreams a reality?
Honestly, it really hasn't been a sacrifice at all. I love, it was a great experience building it and opening it. It was a wild and fun experience that first year when it just started to get busy and we had a really small crew. And the growth, and I love being there. So to me, it hasn't been a sacrifice at all. It's been a gift, and we're just excited to continue on and see where it goes. And it's not a sacrifice at all, honestly. Yeah.
When you love what you do,
There you go.
doesn't feel like you're working.
That's it. That's exactly right.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
And now switching gears a little bit, talking about your dough style. Almost 5 years in the business.
Sure.
Clearly, you're doing a lot of things really, really right. How would you describe your dough? What's the process like at a high level?
Sticking to the basics and making sure, you're just doing it right, day in and day out. Always being aware of it, right? Because it's a living thing. And so, temperature can affect it, humidity, a lot of outside factors can affect it. But so it's really just making, you're getting your hands in it every day and making sure it feels the same, it looks the same, and just paying attention to it, just keeping an eye on it day in, day out, and making sure it's right, and if it's not right, making, tinkering with it, making the adjustments that so where it needs to be.
And do you have any early memories making pizza or being in the cooking world?
Absolutely, yeah. I have some actually great photos when I was about yay tall, making pizzas in the kitchen with my grandmother. Plenty of memories. I've always loved to be in the kitchen. I've always loved to cook with my family, and it's always been something that I grew up with. But yeah, memories and photos to prove them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're hanging up at Aces too. So.
I'm gonna have to come by and
Please,
see it.
Yeah.
And your grandma still with us?
She's not. No, unfortunately.
What do you think that your grandma would say to you about what you've built and the community you've created?
I think she would be super happy to see it. I think she would be super happy to see those photos on the wall. And I think she would love it. It would have been great if she could have been here to kind of enjoy that. Yeah, enjoy this experience that we're kind of having and giving to people. Yeah.
I'm sure you feel it when you're making the dough, when you're cooking. Her spirit is there with you, and I'm
100%.
sure she's extremely proud of
great.
everything you've built and what is going to come that you guys don't even know yet.
Hope so. Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to Slice today. We're so happy to have you here at PizzaCon in Philly.
My pleasure. Thank you.